Um, Quick little video. Where do I stand? Because not that I really care, but what do you label this as? So, someone that has a lot of criticism with today's black community, and someone that sees the reality of race relations, where do I stand? I don't need a group. I'm perfectly fine being on my own. I can stand on my own 2 feet. But should there be a collective of people like myself who just who see the reality of race relations, but they also can see through a lot of the flaws and the fake pride in the black community? What I mean is, so when I did my last video, you notice how when people, they see the realities of race relations, they become so woke and pro-black. Now, I was like that before a few times, but I just see it as false pride, and it's like, it's very safe to display that kind of behavior now, because we live in a time where it's actually encouraged. Everybody wants to be black, now. While, like 1 century ago, anyone that was lighter than me would pass as white. They would never embrace their blackness, only if it can benefit them in some kind of way. I believe a lot of the people who tell everyone that they have black in them, or they're half black or a quarter black, they would try their hardest to hide that. Like, good example. When I was younger, well, I can't really say this because she was so young. So Madison.Pettis, right? The actress. I only know her from one movie and a TV show, right? The Game Plan. But she was so young, I didn't really watch her growing up. She looks very attractive as an adult. But her features, she could pass as white. I believe she can. If this was like, I'm not saying she would do this personally, but in the situation, in the state America was once in, I feel like someone with her features would try very hard to pass as white. So I'm not going to come on here and have fake pride. I just can't do that. But like I said, I can acknowledge the flaws and a lot of the shit in the black community. It's like Charleston White, for example. He can acknowledge a lot of the flaws in the black community, but he can be he can talk about a lot of the shit that goes on in other communities too, and not be blinded by just the black community. He won't be blinded by that. Like, he talked about Mexicans, Mexican men. He said how he didn't like Mexican men, his reason, and but I'm like, can we form a collective? I don't want to have no group. I don't want to form no group. But I'm just saying that should I have my own category now? Because like I said, I just see the reality being out here. Every region you go in is different. But yeah, I don't really care. I'm not saying I hate this country, but I see the reality of this so-called America. I see it for what it is. I see it, and unfortunately, it took me moving out here to see how America really operates. But yeah, just answer this question for me. I have these T-shirts in my car that are Betsy Ross flag T-shirts. I don't know if I should wipe my ass with them or sell them on eBay. I spend my money on them. But since I don't really love this country like I once did, what should I do with those flags? What should I do with those T-shirts? Answer that for me.